Yes, LeBron and D-Wade combined for 40 points, but Chris Bosh and Udonis Haslem combined for 32. Why did they have that success, Stephen A., at least from Chris Bosh's perspective?
Because they were hitting perimeter shots. They were hitting shots, whether it be from three-point range. In Chris Bosh and Udonis Haslem case, the perimeter shots, particularly Udonis Haslem on the baseline. He had 8 of his 9 shots, finished with 17 points. That was 17 points, quite frankly, most of us weren't relying upon. Because obviously, if you expect the Miami Heat to knock off the Indiana Pacers, Stu, you don't expect it to be through the hands of Udonis Haslem. But Coach Eric Spoelstra was absolutely right when he alluded to the fact that UD, that's what they call him, he's done this time and time again in big game situations. He doesn't wilt beneath the pressure. He's already a champion. He knows what it takes. Actually, he's a 2-time champion. He knows exactly what it takes. So he showed up big tonight because he recognized, along with Chris Bosh, who was meditating and very intense before the game, they knew that they were going to be a key in order for them to beat the Pacers, because if they're hitting perimeter shots, then David West and Roy Hibbert is going to have to contend with them. To do so, they're going to have to step out of the lane. You step out of the lane, then you leave yourself at the mercy of a LeBron James, of a Dwayne Wade, along with others. Obviously, Mario Chalmers scored. He put up about 14 points tonight as well. All 5 starters for the Miami Heat scored in double figures. That is balance personified. They got it done tonight because they responded the way champions do. They relied upon one another, and they got it done. Plain and simple.
Stephen A., so if Udonis Haslem is hitting his shots, and Chris Bosh is hitting his shots, and Chalmers is stepping in, and Ray Allen's doing his thing from three-point land, and LeBron and D-Wade are still chipping in, what can Indiana do to beat this team? This team, by the way, that has yet to lose a road playoff game this postseason.
Absolutely nothing. Next question.
What is Frank Vogel going to tell his team that they can do to beat the Heat?
Well, he's going to tell them they've got to D up and they got to find a way to negate that from happening. You can't have, you know what you're going to get from LeBron James. You suspect what you're going to get from D-Wade. You know what Chris Bosh is capable of. But my goodness, if you can't stop Mario Chalmers and Udonis Haslem, not even to get to Ray Allen or Shane Battier, it's lights out, baby. There's no hope for this Indiana Pacers squad. If that happens, there's hope because they showed you they're an elite defensive team in this game. Not only do they impose their will upon you with their physical prowess, but they defend at every particular position. So if they're going to do that to you, then you have a boatload of confidence if you're a fan of the Indiana Pacers or a member of the Indiana Pacers, because you know you can lock down and defend. But if you can't do that and everybody's scoring, there's no way for them to beat the Miami Heat. They might as well not show up because the Miami Heat will win the rest of the games in this series if they let tonight repeat itself. You've got to stop the other people around and put even more of an onus on the big three. That's your only shot of winning this series if you're the Indiana Pacers, because we know they've struggled offensively. And then today you have Paul George, who emerged as a star, which we all know, shot 3 of 10 from the field, finished with just 13 points. Lance Stevenson, for the second time in 3 games, shot 2 of 10 from the field. So you're going to have those kind of troubles, which are predictable offensively, but then you're going to have the audacity, the unmitigated gall to sit there and let everybody on the Miami Heat score? No, that's not going to work. You're not winning another game if that happens. So Vogel will be preaching about defense, because defense is your only hope if you're the Indiana Pacers to win this series. This is the only shot you've got. It's that simple.